Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the podcast here on the Gaming with CJ channel, now formerly known as Kentucky Gamer. There's a lot of topics we're going to discuss here in this one. What's coming new to the channel is this. Never know what you might see on Thursday night. Lockdown. I'm going to send a little spoiler out. Things are changing with the channel, and shout out to Kevin Impact for helping me get everything set up through StreamYard, showing me the secrets on how to be successful with this channel. So shout out to him real quick, especially for a JTV. Huge shout out, I will say. There's questions here that need to be answered. And one of those questions are going to pop up here is, why is COD community has toxic people? Why COD community has toxic people? And this is actually a, you could go back and check, the date when the COD community was made compared to now. And to me, it's because we don't have people that wants to have a backbone that literally that don't want to tell these toxic people no, because they too afraid, because one, they afraid that their spouse is going to get attacked or whatever else that these toxic people have in mind of doing, which is stupid and childish. I'm going to be honest. Take on it. A lot of people may like it, lump it, want some more of it, but at the same time, I tell people they get mad, and now we got a bunch of haters on side 52 Avenue. But here's the facts of life that you guys need to understand and actually get your brains educated here for a little bit, because some of you guys are not really as bright as a light bulb. I mean, I could probably put you like a light bulb, but it's not going to shine bright because you're lacking not only the common sense error, but here's where I put this into motion that's literally going to get people mad at me. And I've kept a lot of things to myself as late, but here's the problem with the whole genre. And it goes without saying, let me copy this real quick before I get this out. Anybody that's watching that wants to come in, more than welcome to you, but don't be causing no drama. Now, as you can tell, the COD community, it was once a great place. But at the same time, you have these individuals that literally get mad and jealous because you decide to not be a part of their companies and you want to break away, or you don't want to be a part of their toxic, childish bullshit, that they literally have to find you on different social medias because they ain't got apparently better anything to do with their lives. And here's where I'm going to literally call the bullshit out in the room, because a lot of people accuse me for a lot of shit, and this is where I'm going to put my foot down and pretty much blast them on live here. Here's where a lot of people is wrong about. Because first of all, you put me under the bus is because you knew that when I broke away from your company, you knew that I was going to be a top talent that you could not stand. That what did you have to do? You had to be a toxic individual that literally got jealous over my promos because you couldn't top notch them. And that's the truth. And you know, it's kind of funny that I'm going to mention this. You know, the same people, right, when they said and quoted they wouldn't go back to, or they would pretty much have my back, right? You know, it's kind of funny how you say you have my back, but in all reality, y'all a bunch of fake aces in the Joker's wild card. The call community, you know the funniest thing about the call community, it's got toxic people because you got a bunch of jokers trying to run the damn asylum, and it's pretty much killing the call community. And you know, it's kind of funny how you all saying, "Oh, you need to preach what you're saying about CJ." You know the funniest thing is about you people love to blame me for a lot of things, but apparently a lot of people's waking up and smelling the roses and noticing that you are the problem. You know, take a good look at my friends that I've made through the call community. KD, you all literally had to accuse him of stuff. Just like you did JMR in the past, just like you done. I mean, here's another thing that I can bring up here. You know, when you literally hire somebody that is toxic, that talked about somebody's wife in their chat, and you literally had to hire them in your company because you felt like that it was the right thing to do, when in reality, I'm going to call it out for what I see it as, a bunch of fake pieces of shit. And, you know, this is the difference between me and other people. When I speak, a lot of people get pissed. When I speak, a lot of people wants to come in and listen, because you know why? Because when I say it, and when I actually put my voice behind it, it scares you all. And here's the thing. I got to give Ricky Armstrong a huge shout out too, because he told me, he's like, CJ, keep it under the radar. And I have. I kept it under the radar. And you know, the funniest thing is about keeping it under the radar, you guys are not really educated about this, but I've been under the radar for a reason. Just so that you could show your guys' true colors. And boy, ain't it biting you in the ass. And boy, ain't it just coming down. Now, there's a lot more I'm going to say. And you know, I'm going to bring KD in here. It's, if he's listening or whatever he might be doing, but there's a lot of things that I think KD needs to come on here and actually be a part of, because you know, there's a whole part that I truly believe that people need to understand about how this community should work. You know, it's kind of funny how you said I would fail getting the community together. No, actually, no, I've not failed, because I've got people together in unity when you try to break them apart because of your jealousy, toxicity, and childish bullshit tactics hiding behind a camera. and it really shows what kind of character you guys are. And it really shows that you literally have to control companies telling them, oh, if they show up, block them, block them, block them. You know, it's kind of funny how you actually that when, and I'm going to add King Dominator. I'm going to get this out of the way, but welcome King Dominator. It's kind of funny how you try to mute people and say you're going to block people on social media or block them on your channel. But it's kind of funny how you get mad because you try to tell other people how to control their companies. But when they stand up to you, now you decide to take your little 4-man unit army and decide to leave because you can't have power no more, and it damn near kills you.
Yeah. I'm so glad I don't even have to even edit the StreamYard thingy. It just knows me straight up perfectly.
And
But
KD, you can say whatever you want on this topic because I'm just pointing out where it needs to be with the toxic people in the call community. You've had your problems as well as I have, and I feel like that we need to actually get things a lot off our chest that literally needs to be sent out there to let not only the people know that's watching my channel, but all the partnerships channel.
yeah, because all these toxic people you mentioned don't have a life, right? They want to bring drama and not move on because they think they're better than everyone and they think they're above them. That's the thing. A bunch of egotistical bums is what I see in the call community. See, I've been here for what, since 2017. I've been doing this since, yeah, Katie's a legend in the business. You know, the name King Dominator was not, given, it was earned. I've earned that name. Because I put my blood, sweat, and tears through that call since day one. And, when I'm in EFEDs, I see some EFEDs, they lower your calls attributes down to make sure you have a chance to beat them. That happened to me. Believe it or not, hell, CJ, you seen that firsthand. So you know about the history when it comes to those type of shenanigans that people pull nowadays. They lower your overall. So whether it's the owner or their golden boys will have a better chance on trying to win. Because that's how I see it as. That's what I see it as. Most likely what we call them? Man. Self-centered piece of trash. Because all they do is want people to feel petty from themselves. But it's like, man, I just find it so funny because I try to make sure that I don't focus on no negative BS. And that's what I've been doing. So, like, it's always the same BS every time. Because no one does not learn how to just move on. And they continue the same bullshit over and over and over. And it gets ridiculously annoying nowadays. So, I don't know. But I will say this. Ever since 2026 came along, I've been focusing on myself. And that's what I've been doing. Not caring what anyone else wants or do or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, I do my thing. I focus on TNA and any other EFED that I'm a part of that actually appreciates great talent. Yeah, believe it or not. So that's what most people need to be doing nowadays is focus on, like the ones that are not toxic is what I'm trying to say. Focus on themselves and the people that they're around with. Like most likely revolve themselves around with. The ones that they know that there will be no drama, toxic bullshit, none of that crap. Then maybe things will go in the right direction for people that don't focus on drama. Because that's what I've been trying to do. And things have been going in the right direction for me because that's how it's supposed to be. Since day one. So I don't know. Hold on.
You, Kayla, you still want the mac and cheese, huh?
But yeah, if you have anything else to say, CJ, you can say it.
Well, you probably have to redo it again because my internet went out and they probably didn't hear you.
Oh, they didn't?
Mm-mm.
Well, that sucks.
You probably have
That's
to redo it
probably.
again.
I mean, it still say 20-something minutes on live.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. KD can agree with me. Like when we try to go to another companies, it seems like they want to try to find where it, somebody that's in the same company we are, and try to play this
I'm not
spot
too much.
thing of, oh, what is CJ and KD's doing? What is CJ? Y'all need to grow the fuck up, like for real.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Then that's big too. That shit's some shit.
Kevin Impact put it in words on last podcast with Nick Cayenne on episode 5.
Baba, what do they mean?
Active duty. You're not serving.
Is that not applicated?
Wait, say that again, CJ? All right. What's the question again, CJ? No. Well, I don't know if anyone can actually hear me. Let me see something. Actually,
Wait, what is it?
this Wi-Fi could cut it off, so I don't know if anyone can hear me though. It says it and people can hear me, so let me check. I'm checking something. I don't know if anyone can hear me because I can't even see comments either. So there's that.
What?
Okay, that's all I need. All right. Shit. Heat. Yeah, there's something wrong with this internet, guys. This one. I got it. Oh my gosh, it don't even show it. What in the fuck? Maybe I could do this. I didn't know it would work out like that because I thought it only worked for the. Bro, what is wrong with this? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and. All right. I don't know if anyone can hear me, so that's the thing. It shows I'm on here, but I don't know if anyone can hear me. Shows I'm on. Okay, yeah. All right. I see it. I see it. There's 2 people watching. I have to be on the PS4 to see all this.
We didn't need to go to meet up with Cyrus. Like, he can't even drive back home. Like, I'm so worried for him.
I know, I'm going to pick him up.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm going to pick him up right now. What's going on?
I told you, like, I had a bad feeling he shouldn't have slept.
But
there.
anyways,
They just
back to the topic we were mentioning. Yeah, the whole toxic people nowadays.
So, Andy, sorry, was that you? Was that your plan to jump me today? Yeah, well, I definitely saw your friend Isaac. What was an all act this whole time? You think so? You think it could have all been an act this whole time and he might just sneak his way into our life again?
So, okay. My internet will keep working before I have to drop kick the thing.
I know. That's how I feel about my internet. I feel like doing that too much. You lower it down because it's live and people can hear that in the background.
So now, getting back on topic with this is while the call community has toxic people, one, it's pretty much simple. You know, we're trying to build something positive while other people is trying to build something negative and always got negative something to say about somebody without getting to know the facts and the truth and wants to basically spread lies, rumors, etc. So
Yeah.
and how do we make changes to that? It's pretty simple. Remove them out of the community.
Yeah. Remove them. Delete them. Delete.
I mean, if they're gonna bring in some toxic stuff that, you know, just out of the proportionaries, just pretty much just drama and negative, I'd say remove them. And there's a lot of names I can say in this podcast, but I'm not going to say that needs to be removed.
That is true, though.
And one of those, I think it needs to be removed, is pretty much simple. You know how to get rid of toxic people? Especially people that wants to try to listen to people because here's what I'm trying to explain. These people has tried to blame me for years that I'm the bad guy, that I'm brainwashing people, that I'm doing this. And the funniest thing is, I've been under the radar, didn't say nothing about them, minding my own business. And they try to control a company that they thought that they was going to get leadway in. They couldn't get their way. And what they do, in the words of Gunther, like Cena tapped out like a bitch, they left like a bitch.
Yeah. Wait, I guess I know who you're referring that to. And the Eve that they were trying to control.
And the sad part is, Nixon's already told you who was the real snake, and you didn't believe him. You want to believe the same person that keeps telling you lies for these years. And that's what's costing you right now everything. Every friend, every lies that you try to spread about me. And here's the thing that I'm going to say right in front of King Dominator. Y'all claim to be Tyler's friend, right? But in order to be Tyler's friend, Tyler wanted peace, which you guys are not doing, by the way. I mean, KD knows I'm right about this. And, it's just like J Kid said. When I try to do something and tell the truth about something, or when J Kid tries, or Kevin Impact tells something that's the truth, you all get mad. You all get tempered. You all get mad because you can't handle the truth.
Yep, that is true.
I mean, I could go on for 3 hours long about the topic, but here's the thing that I really enjoy about this. It seems to me that me and KD are the most hated is because me and KD has always been better than you, and you know it, in the style of MJF. Now the question is this. If we such toxic people, KD, like they want to mention, then how come everybody that you try to tell them to not talk to me and KD, they come back and tell us everything that you're trying to do, and it's backfiring in a big way?
Yeah. Nothing but hypocrites. Hypocrites. I mean, it's true. I mean, think about it.
Now I can truthfully say on this podcast, since I'm not under their wing or under their company, I can say whatever I want because I don't have to worry about listening to their bullshit agenda to where I got to block this person or keep this person blocked. I can pretty much say whatever I want to say. So here it goes. Get ready, because here comes what CM Punk calls a pop bomb. Here comes a Mondo bomb your way. I'm glad I'm not have to listen to a PG error bullshit comes out of your guys' mouth, first of all. Second of all, I'm glad I don't have to listen to you try to explain to me why you're trying to protect me as a mom when you're not even my mom. That's the second thing. And third of all, I'm just going to say it real loud and clear for everybody to understand is this. You claim to be going to church, but I think that church is going to burn eventually because you're not really living up to what the book says. And that's the number 3 thing.
Wow. You know, I got to be honest though. It does feel great. The fact that ever since those 3 years of that hell, my career's been way better ever since I left.
Besides you getting moved out of a group chat, that they still holding grudges to this day because they are getting mad because we're moving forward and they apparently moving backwards like a freight train without a locomotive.
Exactly, and that's why for me, I am not really focusing on those negative Nancy's. I'm gonna call them the negative Nancy's because that's what they are. And from on there, I've been winning so many championships in the EFED career as of late. So, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't know, like, look, 23, 24, and 25, I won a lot of gold, whether it's the World Championship, Tag Team, US, have it on top of your head, name it. Hell, I finally became Cruiserweight Champion in 2026. It took me, like 8 to 9 years to become a Cruiserweight Champion because I guess my character was a Cruiserweight in that one show, ODW. And I finally win Cruiserweight Gold. So pretty much my whole EFED career is just never gonna die until I choose when that will happen. Nobody can choose that again towards me. I choose when I retire, not no one else. If I want to retire, KD, then yeah, that will happen. But until that time, King Dominator has a lot to go and a lot to achieve. And he'll continue to do so. 2026 will be King Dominator's year, just like every other year.
And here's the thing I'm going to say here before we close for this short episode here. 2026 is my year, definitely, because I'm moving forward. I'm not watching you guys. I'm not, to be honest, I've unsubscribed from some of you. That pretty shows a huge movement to me because I don't even watch your guys' shows. So that's kind of funny that I'm still in your head rent free and you simply can't get the past out of your head. But there's one thing I'm going to say, and KD can agree with me on. Start practicing what you preach. Especially if you're going to actually try to be positive. Because if you're not going to be positive, then don't preach it. Don't even try to attempt to be a fake ass Uso. In the words of Jey Uso. Because I will pull a Sami Zayn and tell you guys that you ain't Uso enough. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is a short episode. This is King Dominator, as well as Nitro is Dead founder and owner CJ Mondo here. And we're going to give you guys a short episode. And we will see you guys on episode 7 of Nitro is Dead.
All right.